What is up, guys? Welcome to this video. I think we're going to have some massive fireworks in store for us in the Spanish La Liga this weekend as Real Madrid host Girona at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium on the 10th of February, that is this Saturday. Now, the last time these two sides clashed was on the 30th of September last year. Girona were flying high, leading the La Liga race. Real Madrid, obviously, I think, feeling a little, I'm not going to say offended, but slighted by the audacity of this team that just showed up and decided to try and take their crown from them. And they needed to give Girona, I feel, a bit of a humbling. And in the 17th minute, Real Madrid got the business done when Joselu managed to finish after a fantastic assist from Jude Bellingham. Bellingham plays it with the outside of his foot. It gets to Joselu, and Joselu finishes. Real Madrid then doubled their lead in the 21st minute courtesy of Tchouaméni from a corner. The ball is floated into the box and he just heads it past the keeper. And finally, Girona's humiliation was compounded and completed in the 71st minute when Bellingham got his name on the score sheet after a quick counter-attack from Los Blancos. The match ending 3-0, Girona obviously with a massive dent in their title charge, but Real Madrid now putting their name in the hat, reminding Girona that it's not going to be as easy as they thought it would. They'd have to come up against some big challenges, and Real Madrid would definitely be a stopping block in their way. We start off our team analysis with the home side Real Madrid. The last 5 fixtures for Los Blancos have ended in 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. Their last match being a 1-1 draw against Atletico Madrid. Now, I think firstly we have to start off with Jude Bellingham with 18 goals and 6 assists. I cannot understate how much Jude Bellingham has brought to this Real Madrid side. It's dribbling, it's pace, it's trickery, it's just so many things at the same time. And I think he's really proven to be invaluable for Los Blancos this season. Next up, I want to talk about Brazilian forward Rodrigo with 10 goals and 6 assists. Rodrigo is the kind of player who will be just sort of, I'm not going to say looking to poach, but he's going to be probing around in that attacking third for Real Madrid, looking to collect balls from the midfield, and just looking to be a headache for Girona's defense all around. And finally, I want to talk Toni Kroos with 1 goal and 7 assists. Toni Kroos is not the player who's going to get you many goals, but he's going to be dictating things from deeper in midfield, just ensuring that he's in control of the tempo of the match, whether it's played slower so Real Madrid have more control, or whether it's played quicker so that they can put the opposition on more pressure or under more pressure. Next up, we look at Girona. The last 5 matches for them have ended in an identical record as their opposition. It's 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. And their last match too ended in a stalemate against Real Sociedad. I think already Girona, there's a few alarm bells ringing in their head because they're missing their top scorer. But they do have access to Cristian Stuani, and with 12 goals and 2 assists, Stuani is still a very dangerous player. The Uruguayan forward able to score with either foot, get the ball into the back of the net with his head as well. Just able to play as an out-and-out number 9 and a target man, which is something I think this Girona team is heavily centered around. Next up, I want to talk Savio with 7 goals and 7 assists. He has the same amount of assists as Toni Kroos, which means that you can already see Savio is going to be looking to create things from out wide, and if he's struggling to find players, he has more than enough confidence and more than enough ability to take it by himself and just try and find those goals on his own. And finally, I want to talk Girona's goalkeeper, Gazzaniga. Now, Gazzaniga has had stints all over Europe, but it seems to be that in Girona where he's truly found his place. He's got 8 clean sheets so far in La Liga this season. I think he's going to have to be very commanding. He's going to have to make sure his handling and his reflexes and just his alertness are at another level, because I think we can be sure that he's going to be under siege from a Real Madrid team that is looking hungry and that just looks like they love to score goals. Okay, moving on to the head-to-head in the S3M2 Verdict. Now, strangely enough, this one is split right down the middle. The last 5 fixtures between these two sides have ended in 2 wins for Real Madrid, 2 wins for Girona, and 1 draw. Some of those fixtures were played in 2019, so if you look at the 3 most recent ones, they're still split right down the middle. 1 win for Real Madrid, 1 win for Girona, and 1 draw. Results are looking varied. I don't think there's any home ground advantage in this one, but I think Real Madrid are looking very strong. They're looking menacing, and I think Real Madrid are kind of feeling a bit spited by Girona's just audacity to try and challenge for their title. This is definitely what I feel would be the title deciding fixture in the Spanish La Liga. Real Madrid finding themselves at the top of the log in first spot with 58 points, and Girona in second, 2 points behind Real on 56 points. So a win for Real widens the gap. A draw unfortunately keeps the pressure on Los Blancos going forward, but a win for Girona puts them at the top of the log. That would be unprecedented for anybody. I think if Girona go out and win La Liga this season, I don't think anybody's actually put money on that. I think, when you look at what Leicester City did in the Premier League, it looks like Girona are looking to replicate that. It's a team that is more tactical and dogged and just full of tenacity, as opposed to a team that has individual brilliance in it. With them missing their top striker Dobivac, it's difficult for them to get the goals, I think. I think he's just brought so much to their team. He too, I think, was on 18 goals, and they're really going to miss him. I think they do have decent players to get results. I'm not going to lie, though. When it came to Girona, I think the only players that I probably knew would be Gazzaniga because of his time in the Premier League, Christian Stuani because he played with Uruguay, thereby meaning he played with Luis Suarez, and then I think Daley Blind. That's about it. The rest are just completely new to me, but I've been so impressed by them this season. I do think, however, this fixture favors Real Madrid, so I'm actually going to side with Los Blancos here. While both sides are out of the Copa del Rey, meaning that Real Madrid now have to focus on the La Liga and the Champions League, Girona just have La Liga to focus on, so they can put all of their eggs in one basket here and just go all in. But I think the injuries plaguing them, or this injury in particular to Dobivac, is really just going to haunt them. Real Madrid do have injury problems of their own. Their entire backline, I think it's Thibaut Courtois, it's David Alaba, I think Eder Militao as well, but they will be boosted by the return of Antonio Rudiger, who can now play in this fixture, and they will need him. They really are going to need him. But I do still think Real Madrid come out on top here. I think they win this one by 2 goals. Simply because Real Madrid have the ability, I feel, to get goals from anywhere. They can either play the ball into your box via passing, they can dribble it into your dangerous areas with a player like Jude Bellingham, or they can draw fouls with the likes of Joselu, Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo, or they have players who can take long shots and just shoot from range in Toni Kroos and Luka Modric. So I just think individually Real Madrid have just so much more. And if this comes down to individuals versus tactics, because I think what Real Madrid will do is they'll just keep running, and eventually Girona's players are going to get tired because they'll be beaten for pace, they'll be beaten for stamina. And I think that's where Real Madrid will just find an extra gear. They'll be able to tighten the screws, and I think they'll just see Girona off by probably 2 goals here. Hi, thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time and the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button, so you know exactly what to do. Thank you so much, it really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and have a great day out there, and we hope to see you again very soon. Thanks, stay safe.